Join me as I try to make the most mouth-watering barbecue pulled pork ever, and I'll show you just how easy it can be. Today, I'm super excited to share with you an easy barbecue pulled pork recipe that's guaranteed to become a staple in your household. It's a game changer, trust me. Not only is it ridiculously simple to make, but it's also packed with flavor and tender to the point of literally falling apart. So, if you're ready to impress your family and friends with a delicious, mouth-watering dish that's sure to please even the pickiest of eaters, then you're in the right place. So, what makes traditional pulled pork recipes so challenging? For one, they often require a ton of time and effort. We're talking hours of slow cooking and constantly monitoring the meat. And let's be real, who has that kind of time on their hands? Another common issue is the complexity of the recipes themselves. You've got to worry about getting the rub just right, ensuring the meat is cooked to perfection, and dealing with all the trimmings and extras that come with it. And don't even get me started on the flavor issues. It's easy to end up with a pulled pork that's dry, tough, or just plain bland. I mean, who wants to spend all day in the kitchen, only to be left with a mediocre dish that nobody really wants to eat? Not me, that's for sure. And it's not just the cooking time and complexity that can be off-putting. Sometimes, even when you do follow a recipe to the letter, you can still end up with a pulled pork that's just meh. It's frustrating, to say the least. So, what if I told you there's a way to make pulled pork that's not only quick and easy but also incredibly delicious and tender? Would you be interested? Because today, I'm going to share my secrets with you, and I promise you'll be hooked from the very first bite. Okay, so let's get started. To make this amazing barbecue pulled pork, you'll need a few simple ingredients: a pork shoulder, some barbecue sauce, brown sugar, smoked paprika, salt, pepper, and a bit of olive oil. That's it. No fancy trimmings or hard-to-find spices required. Once you've got your ingredients ready, it's time to prep the pork. Simply rub the spice mix all over the shoulder, making sure to get some under the skin as well. Then, heat up your olive oil in a Dutch oven over medium-high heat. Sear the pork until it's nice and brown on all sides, and finally, pop it into the oven for a few hours. Now, here's the magic part. While the pork is cooking, the hardest part of the recipe is actually the waiting. Just let it do its thing, and when it comes out, you'll be left with the most tender, juicy, and flavorful pulled pork you've ever tasted. And the best part? It's ridiculously easy. As the pork comes out of the oven, the aroma that fills the air is just incredible. You can smell the sweet and tangy barbecue sauce, the smokiness of the paprika, and the richness of the brown sugar. It's like a party in your mouth. And when you take that first bite, wow! The pork just melts in your mouth, and the flavors explode on your tongue. It's truly a game changer. So, as we reach the end of this recipe, I just want to recap the key steps real quick. First, prep the pork with the spice mix, sear it in the Dutch oven, and then let it cook in the oven for a few hours. That's it. You'll be left with the most mouth-watering barbecue pulled pork you've ever made, and it's guaranteed to become a staple in your household. Thanks so much for joining me on this culinary adventure, guys. If you have any favorite barbecue tips or tricks, be sure to drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're looking for more easy and delicious recipes, be sure to check out my channel for more fun content.